First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honor to the elders, great millstone, and salutation to all y'all coming to house and Bibles big to this marriage. You know, the title of the videos I'm thinking about is going to be called the Passover is supposed to be a solemn assembly. You know, you got other camp, going to strip clubs or partying like it's something. Think of it as a funeral, because the scriptures talk about how Yahushua. Look at the what's the word I'm looking for? Look at the Passover as a remembrance of him, right? And what happened that day, he had to die, right? So see it as more like a funeral, formal. As when you're at a funeral, you're formal. You don't really you don't party. You're not excited because you're mourning. Because someone passed away that was dear. A good friend, a good. So I don't think anybody should be celebrating the way they think they're feasting, right? Drinking guzzling wine and all that, but that's not what we're doing. I'm gonna get Matthew chapter 26 verse. I'm gonna get to the point. I'm gonna start from 1. You know, make this long as I could make it. And it came to pass when Yahushua had finished all these things, he said unto his disciples, Ye know that afterward 2 days is the feast of the Passover, and the Son of Man is betrayed to be crucified. See that? Look, 2 days is the feast that that after two days, feast of Passover, and the Son of Man is so like the Lord had to die. So like I'm about to go to display, make sure my phone doesn't turn off in the middle of the video. But see, look, he dies, then assembled together the chief priests and the scribes and the elders of the people onto the place of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas, and consulted that they might take Yahushua by subtlety and kill him. But they said not on the feast today, lest there be an uproar among the people. Now when Yahushua was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head, and he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw, they had indignation, saying, To who, what is purpose this waste? For his ointment might have been sold for much, given to the poor. And when Yahushua understood it, he said unto them, Why trouble ye the woman? For she has wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. So like, Yahushua's like, damn, man, like, you don't have me always, The poor always with you, but me you not have always. So, the Lord had to tell him like, hey man, like, you're not always gonna have me, he just said he's gonna pass away. Jake talking about that oil, man, that oil. Like what? I don't think that was said when he said, yeah, so yeah, he did say that. So like Yahushua did say that, yeah, man. So the disciples probably weren't even listening, like, yeah, because they didn't think he would die. Honestly, man, if you see the miracle Yahushua did, probably, man, from their point of view, you would not think someone like this would be able to die. Yahushua was rising the dead, right? Who wants to man, like, who wants to imagine something like that having to pass away or die in the way he did? I would understand why they didn't want to acknowledge it, but he said that, yeah, man, you're not gonna always have me here. What do you know? For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Barely I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also that this woman hath be told for a memorial of her. The one of the 12 called Judas Iscariot went unto the chief priests and said unto them, What will ye give me, and I will deliver him unto you? And they covenant with him for 30 pieces of silver. And from that he saw opportunity to betray him, So they paid him, right? Now the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Yahushua, saying unto him, Where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? And he said, Go into the city to such a man, and say unto him, The master saith, My time is at hand, I will keep the Passover at thy house. And the disciples did as Yahushua had appointed them, and they made ready the Passover. Now, when the evening was come, he sat down with the 12, and as they did eat, he said, Verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me. You know, they were exceedingly sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? You know, I'm gonna get to the point. And as they were eating, Yahushua took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to the disciples and said, Take, eat, this is my body, right? And he took the cup and gave thanks, like a ceremony. It was like you know, you don't like, when this, it's very serious, because the Lord is saying he's gonna die. Take, eat, this is my body. He took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, Drink ye all of it, for this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for remission of sins. He died on the cross for us, right? For us to be in the covenant with Yahweh. So he had to die on the cross. But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new with you in the Father's kingdom. When they had sung out Anaheim, they went out into the Mount of Olives. You know, so like this is how he felt on that day. This was the day where he was taken, right? Then saith he unto them, My soul is exceedingly sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. So Yahushua knew what was gonna happen. He wished somebody stayed up. You know, so the day that we're celebrating the Passover is the day where Yahushua had to pass away. He was hung on a cross, right? People celebrate this, talking about. I seen, people posting talking about they need a new head wrap or like, what? This isn't no like get together party. It's more like a funeral or the remembrance of Yahushua. Right? Why you think he said, "Take up the bread, that's my body. Take up the wine, that's my blood." Wait. Let me roughly. I want to get that right. You know. For this is my blood of the New Testament. Yep, that was right. So it was the blood. The wine represent the blood. The bread represent the his body. So like it's a remembrance of Yahushua, right? Just remember what he did. Remember that. He healed a lot of people. You know, it's something, man. And he went a little further and fell on his face, praying, saying, "Oh my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt." And he cometh unto the disciples and find them asleep, and saith unto Peter, What, could ye not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. He went away again the second time and prayed, saying, My Father, O my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done. And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy, and he left them, and he went away again and prayed the third time, saying the same words. Then cometh he to his disciples and said unto them, Be sleep on now, and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand. The Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of the sinners. Rise, let us be going. Behold, he is at hand that doth betray me. So yeah, this is very serious. Like he had to die, the Lord had to pass away, right? And this wasn't no, man, if you look at the things he went through, this was not no he just passed away in your sleep type thing. Let's go straight to it, and how he passed away. Right? On this day, on the Passover, he said, treat the Passover, a certain way, you know. And Jake wanna have fun, like the Lord wasn't having fun on the Passover, right? You know, the whole point, Yahushua, we supposed to look at him as a head of the of the church, because he is a church. We have to look for guidance. That's why Book of Matthew is a great book to look at. So he was very humble, in his approach to everything. It wasn't his time to rise, and we should take that approach. But Jake wants to get beside themselves, thinking they forgot about the Yahushua is in here. They think, you know what, but no one would be doing that if he was here, right? You know, probably some wicked Jake out there, but because even back then Jake wanted to probably be all fancy. All right, let's see. Okay, let's get to it. And then the high priest rent his clothes, saying, "He has spoken blasphemy. What further need we have of witness? Behold, now ye have heard his blasphemy. What think ye?" They answered and said, "He is guilty of death." Right? Then they spit in his face and buffeted him. Others smote him with the palms of their hands. They're slapping him, saying, "Prophesy unto us, thou Mashiach, thou Yahushua. Who is he that smote thee?" Now Peter sat without in the palace, and a damsel came unto him, saying, "Thou also was with Yahushua in Galilee." But he denied before them all, saying, "I know not what thou sayest." And when he was gone out into the porch, another maid saw him and said unto them that were there, "This fellow was also with Yahushua in Nazareth." And again he denied with an oath, "I do not know the man." And after a while came unto him, saying, they that stood by said to Peter, "Surely thou also art of them, for thy speech bewrayeth thee." Then began he to curse and to swear, saying, "I know not the man." And immediately the cock crew. And Peter remembered the word of Yahushua and said unto him, "For the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice." He went out and wept bitterly. So it was a very sad day. Judas Iscariot, right? He took the coins. Now I want to end it with that one right there. So what I wanted to get was so much happened on that day. Judas Iscariot was a prophet. He was one of the disciples for Yahushua, right? He betrayed Yahushua, right? Uh, Peter denied the Lord, right? The Lord got slapped in his face, spitted on, right? Lashes on his back, nails in his hands. You know what else? There's a lot that happened. So it's like it's nothing to be celebrated. A lot of sadness, like a lot of pain happened on that day. You know, formal and dignified, ceremonious, impressive, formal, magnificent, important. It's important. Serious, like this. This is the word. Tim looked very solemn, unsmiling, grim, gloomy, stony face, moody, not introspective, earnest, serious, be serious, unsmiling. This is the one. Solemn, not cheerful or smiling. So the second one is the one we're looking for. This is what the Lord mean, like keep it a solemn assembly. The second one, because it wasn't a good day, right? Let's say your friend just died the same day, right? And you're celebrating his funeral. You don't drink. I ain't never. They put on Jake's probably put on rap music on the Passover, nodding their heads like yeah, like drinking Hennessy in a cup. But that's not solemn, right? You're joyous, right? For what? You know, the man who this man who came on earth with the Son of the Most High, right? He was subjected to things that he shouldn't, that he went through. It's all through the Most High's plan, right? What happened to him, but you should have some sort of respect. Jake don't Jake don't see that. You know, Jake don't understand that there's a time and place for everything. Passover, you know, especially in this day and age, is not a time to be like all joyous. We gotta be more serious. I was watching a brother's video. Serious. We gotta be like this all year round. I'll try to was willing like put myself in a position where I gotta be more serious, all staring because the days we're coming into. This is about a Esau's gonna come down, and we gotta be very serious because a lot is gonna happen. Really soon. Probably. Who knows this year, next year. But whether it happens or not, this year, you know, we just always gotta be on the ready. On the go. You know, that's where we should have our mind at. And I'm gonna get 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10. You know, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with great noise. But I want to get the first part. The day of the Lord come as a thief in the night. So the Lord's gonna come unsuspectably, right? And the Lord wants to find who's so doing. The Passover is one of those days. He could come like boom on the Passover the next day after, or boom during the Passover. It's like, yo, what are you doing? Then the Lord, you don't know, man. Boom. The police are out of commission. Everybody's shooting each other. The guys who've been partying at the Passover, like in the '60s. Like I think that's when they had disco music. But then like now look at you. You know. So I don't know, man. You never know. You can get in a car accident after the Passover, right? You can get hit by something. You can get shot. I don't know. But it's always good to like, just treat it with the respect that you would want to be treated if you were to pass. Nobody wants to. If you were to die, do you think people are gonna be, having fun on your funeral? No, it's gonna be a sad day. You know, everybody should treat the Passover with a solemn assembly. But Matthew chapter 24 verse 46. Blessed is the servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. So the Lord's gonna, blessed is he that the Lord finds so doing. Because the Lord's gonna be coming and he's gonna see everything. Everybody from when they got into the Jew, before they got into the Jew, add it all up. See, well, okay, what's going on? What is what you've been up to? Add it all up. So that's what's coming. So it's a solemn assembly. Just keep it very serious, direct, and keep it direct, serious. Keep it simple. No need for extraness, right? I think Jake was drinking Hennessy. I don't know, man. Jake be doing a bunch of stuff. Like, you doing too much. Just keep it the way the Lord wanted it to be. You're being like Saul. Saul was hard headed. Saul did not like to listen, man. When the Lord said just kill Amalek, he brought the king of Amalek. He brought some sheeps and goats. I'm like, the Lord didn't ask for that, right? He said, yo, just kill Amalek. Kill all the wipe out everything. The land where Amalek was. The goats, the sheep, the people, the animal, the children. They just wipe out Amalek. But Saul brought back the fattest of lamb. Well, all that. He tried to do what was asked of you. That's what the Lord wanted. He doesn't care about that. Just do what I want. Do what I. But Jake don't. Jake has a bad listening issue. Jake don't like to listen. You know. You know. I'm gonna title the video "Keep the Passover a Solemn Assembly." And with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the elders, great millstone, and salutation to all y'all, Mahal and byways. Till next time, say Shalom.